Since he said he was gonna spam my channel, it's about to be so upcoming event. What are you talking about? Upcoming event? It's already be started. All right, we good. All right, so let's look at this.
Right side catch. This is Gates. They get only 4 that time as that leads.
Let's go, Mutt. Let's go. Let's go, Mutt. Let's go. That's AJ.
Understanding the game, understanding positioning.
So I'm about to be stupid, but like, hello, and welcome to. All right, let's go. Let's good look. Hey, just leave it there.
Immediately in the secondary after catches.
Motherfucker, I need it like this so I can see.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Hold up, 2 people watching.
Here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9.
Oh my! Get out of here!
12 yards on the return.
Get that out of here! We don't deal with them stumbles. So let's go with a run, outside handoff, HP stretch. Let's go, Elliott. Come on, Elliott. Let's go. Show them Chargers what you're capable of. Get this down. Get this down the field. Get that down here. Dumb. You dumb looking person who ain't even.
They exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Second down, 8. They go to Elliott again.
Oh, you dumb dick. Why the hell would you juke right then?
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, that defensive
try this again.
Something a coach of mine used to say all the time.
No, timeout.
Here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here.
We're going to the right. We're going to the left side of the field with Dunbar. All right.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on.
Come on, Dunbar. Come on. Oh my God, dumbass. Dunbar, you are one of the slowest running backs I have seen in my life. Hey, dumbass, I'm not on Xbox One. Look at the buttons.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
And by the way, you look like a 9-year-old. I seen your video.
He's going to look a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Flowers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively.
And you're probably one of those players who only throws Hail Marys down the whole game.
1 man in the backfield is Gordon. Following the interception here, Rivers.
And who always goes for it on 4th.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So wait, if you're 14 in 9th grade, how the hell did you even pass the 8th grade without getting held? Never mind, I'm son of a. So wait, how many years did you get held back then?
He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he shoves and tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's brought down.
I'm sorry, I hardly ever throw Hail Marys.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well.
So how many years of preschool did you have?
And he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
And he'll be taken down.
Yeah, I am not stupid because I'm gonna be 13 and
that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense.
9th grade.
1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington.
Yup.
Right after this timeout.
Yeah.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. To throw, Rivers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, looking back, it was a solid season for Williams. 69 catches. He was up over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Fantasy sleeper is an understatement for what he did.
I can't believe you brought him up because I have a feeling you've got your eye on him for your fantasy team or teams for 2017.
I'm just going one team next year.
I know.
But, man, he was impressive.
Yeah, did you know that he was ranked 81st on one fantasy roster last year?
I'm impressed.
Actually, I didn't start early. I started on time. I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Him to continue to play to that level.
All right.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's got time. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
That's why in your video you sound like your balls ain't even dropped.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
10 yards to go on 3rd.
That ain't none of your business on where I go. No.
To the air again here, Rivers. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Tyrell Williams, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Yeah.
Whitehead, the return. And he will be marked down right there at the
If you get spin around them,
and the Charger defense
they'll go the other way.
Back out onto the field. And the interception the
All
last
right.
time, their 3rd takeaway of the game.
I believe so.
Just flocking to the football so well. And not only
I have no clue. I just chose the Hail Mary.
making big time plays and taking it away from them.
Oh well.
Big
One of them is
hits,
going at the
big
slant.
plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost
Sure
it
was.
goes back to the old when they click off the frame at the end of
He
the
just
play.
went.
They want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture. Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
He's one-handed
I need
catches.
1 yard, so we finna run it.
I
I don't want that play. I want this one.
Yeah, they really are.
Let's
And
go
I
down
know
here.
it sounds
Let's run
like
with
taking
Elliott.
credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I honestly have no clue why I even clicked that.
It moves the chains as
I didn't even change his category. I just went in there to click it.
An invitation to take the big shot downfield.
Oh, most of the time when I do Hail Marys, I do it on 4th down just to get down the field.
Still get the first down. They love being physical.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
All right, 2 yards.
On 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage.
That way.
The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
A give to Elliott running left.
That did not even give me an option
So we
to
hit halftime,
spin.
Just a field goal separating these two
Oh, it's
teams.
halftime. I get the ball back. Why am I
Time constraints.
worried?
We fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
That did not even give me an option to spin.
Whitehead, the return.
I was trying to jump over him. I gotta go.
Come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this.
Go with play action.
They have the lead now. They'll be looking
No.
to extend that
I'm
lead.
going to, I might, I don't know.
I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I
Who
also
else
like
going
to
out?
call them. You've done
Let's
things in a
say,
certain
yeah,
way in the
what we
first
got?
half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
And he'll be hit from
Who was
behind and
Circle?
taken down. Corey Legion in there to bury
I don't care
him for
about
a
21
loss of
yards.
11.
Circle
Well, so
wasn't
much
even
for setting
open.
the tone of the drive
Like,
offensively.
Circle, what?
Giving up a
Wow.
big sack that loses that kind of yardage.
Alright, anyway.
Not a great start.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes.
He dropped it.
Trying to tackle you and knock the ball away.
Because we're talking about Des
Bottom
Bryant.
line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come out with one
Circle,
back
get down the
and
field and get
three
open.
tight ends.
You
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now.
I got this.
You can't run with the ball until you catch it.
I think this has to
Trying
be
get
the only
those
time I'm
rack
going to go for it on
yards
here.
before he secured it.
I need to...
And
Go for
now
it.
this is
Yeah.
either a fake or their coach is delusional or both here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he hits Jason
You
Witten to tag
fucking
in.
hole.
They try the fake field goal. It doesn't work out.
I am well aware that our job is to call a game objectively, but let's be honest.
No, I don't want to do that.
About to scream out.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession
Yeah.
of the second half.
Because that's where they sacked me.
Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them...
I'll be back.
score the last time, they think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps. He cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They come out here in the eye. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
One receiver left, that's Allen. One man in the backfield is Gordon. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, it can only help your offense.
3rd and goal for Rivers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job 1. A touchdown certainly would have been nice, but here you get back on even terms, and now you've got the rest of the 2nd half to try and get yourselves in front.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes
they've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
2nd down, Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Prescott out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to carve. And they come away with nothing.
Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over? A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Keenan Allen, 61 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly. And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes. And he went all the way into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up? Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going? Prescott now. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done. Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You like pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
On third down, Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock. Less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
Running with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Rivers now. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down. I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now come the Cowboys. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
Play was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, the hurdle. Oh. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So they'll get a little extra time. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run for him with Elliott. Uses the stiff arm. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
This is Elliott, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run it. Here's McFadden. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Darren McFadden, 27 yards, and the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference difference maker lugging the rock.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Hitchens in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's not always as trite as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get it running right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
That's caught at the 25. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. There we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the fourth. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
Yep.
And whistle blown, a time. Out here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers off. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Rivers on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. Wow, evasive. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Melvin Gordon, 52 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for two. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Whitehead, the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. 6 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And how about that, giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it. And right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. Looking to throw. Prescott. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Now Rivers. He'll drop it underneath for Woodhead. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
To the air again here, Rivers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover. And when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Dontrell Inman, the intended target. And now it's second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. A second down throw for Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Rivers off the play fake to Woodhead. Surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on.
He's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you. Total on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd down, Rivers. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They come out here in the eye. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 18 on that one. And that'll be good for a San Diego 1st down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles.